Welcome back, everybody, and happy Monday. This is Jeff Bajorek with another Monday Musing here with you on The Why and the Buy. What do you think of these Monday Musings? Shoot us a note, info@thewhyandthebuy.com, or you can tweet at us, you can tweet to us, you can use Twitter however you want to. You don't have to tell me about it. Just get us a message if you like it. If you don't like them, then tell us that too. We respond to criticism actually fairly well. I like these little segments because it's just a quick little thought to get you going on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Thursday, whenever you're listening to this. But my thought for you today is very simple. Do your job. Wait, come on, Jeff. What do you mean do your job? How do you put it so bluntly like that? I'm telling you that we're into February now. You no doubt have your number for the year. You no doubt have some loosely oriented and strategized plan to hit that number. Now it's time to do it. Because what's happening now is you're far enough into your year, you're far enough into your process where new ideas are going to pop up in your head. Maybe it's something you heard on a podcast. Maybe something you heard on this podcast. You're going to want to be distracted because anything is easier than focusing on the arduous, diligent work that you need to do in order to hit that goal. So you're getting to the point where you're kind of, you're at that first point where you're really starting to show just a little bit of early fatigue. Maybe it's time to take a little break. Maybe you're just not quite sure if what you're doing is going to yield the results that you want. So you're starting to lose faith in that plan. February here on the Why and the Buy podcast is about planning. It's about preparation. This is where I want to remind you to do the job that you set out to do. I want to remind you that the plan that you put together, you put it together with the other members of your team, you put it together with your manager, maybe you put it together with a VP. That plan needs to be carried through in order to see if it's going to work. So do your job. Don't focus on distractions. Yes, Gary Vee's got another video with another great idea. Yes, you heard a blog post, or you read a blog post, or you heard a Tim Ferriss podcast, or some way to hack the process, or all of the companies that are out there in the digital markets, on the digital channels, telling you that there's a better way. All of that stuff represents a shiny object, and shiny objects get distracting. Remind yourself of what you're here to do every single day. Put yourself through the paces of that plan. I don't know what the length of your plan is. Maybe it's a quarter, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's an entire year. It's certainly not 6 weeks. In order to accurately judge the efficacy of a plan, you need to carry it out to see what is going to happen. I know the adage of fail often and fail fast is out there. If something's an abject disaster, then obviously chuck it to the side and move through it. But you cannot abandon your plans just because you hit a rough patch or you're just a little bit unsure of it at this point. This is when you need to be steadfast. Now, I'm going to point back not too far ago to the recent Super Bowl. I tweeted this during the game because I watched a clip of Bill Belichick on the sidelines talking to his offense. I think it was his offense at the time. And you can't hear the contents of those conversations on TV, but I can read lips pretty well. And he left that brief meeting on the sidelines with just do your job. That's what he said. And I tweeted that during the game because I thought it was poignant. It was right before halftime. The Patriots went into halftime down 10 points. Halfway through the fourth quarter, they were leading by a point. Because what it comes down to is, men, in this case, we're prepared for this. You know your assignments. You know your objectives. You've done all the scouting reports. You've done all the work that you need to do. You are prepared. Do your job. Sometimes that's what you need to be reminded of in order to get it done. So we look at the rest of that game and what played out through the rest of that game. What happened was the Patriots were in position to win that game if they would execute with 2.5 minutes to go. And executing, they were doing until they got out-executed. When you look at that Super Bowl as an example, the team that executed their game plan better won. And that's really what it took. There were no fluke plays. There was no helmet catch. There was no unbelievable sideline catch. There was no overturned fumble, no controversial call by a referee. There was only one punt during the entire game because execution ruled the day, and the team that executed best got it done. I think with everything out there, with everybody having a better way to do it, a better mousetrap, so to speak, it's easy to get the impression that you're not doing it the right way. I'm telling you that the fundamentals and the process of selling has not changed. You still have to identify who you can help. You still have to identify what their problem is that you can solve. You still have to get their attention. You still have to utilize their attention in a way that is going to allow you to present the value proposition that you've put together. And you need to obtain their commitments to move through the process. It's a simple 4-step process. That has not ever changed. The tools to use that, to implement that process they have and they will continue to change. But when you can understand how simple selling can actually be, it makes it easier to do your job. That's my reminder to you. Do your job. So happy Monday. Click subscribe. Give us a rating. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a star. Tweet us. Follow us. Go to thewhyandthebuy.com. Sign up for our monthly newsletter. This month, we're going to read and discuss extreme ownership. It's about doing your job. I'm about halfway through this book, and I'm very excited to see what the second half has in it. The first half's been tremendous. These are simple concepts. And the more I think about this, the more I realize that we make these jobs, we all make our jobs in sales much more difficult than they need to be. So make it simple. Get up today, get up tomorrow, get up the next day, identify what your top priorities are, and do your job. So thanks for being with me here. I love these Monday musings. Looking forward to talking to you again more directly in a couple of weeks. Christie and I will be back with another success story in just a couple of days. And remember, when you know your whys, your hows and your whats get much better.